Welcome back to the channel. All right, today we are in the shop working on this Toyota Highlander. It's a 2004. This customer of mine has been a long time customer, and probably been working on his cars for 15 years or so. He's having a little vibration in the steering wheel. Every once in a while, a little quick burst. You'll get like a it's a vibration more than anything. At first we thought maybe like a feedback from the power steering pump. So I don't know, last time he was here for like a regular service, I flushed the pump, all the fluid out of the power steering in the rack, and put some new synthetic fluid in it, drove it. And it's an intermittent deal. It doesn't do it every single time, but he says it's getting worse. So we started looking at it again, and well, I looked up technical service bulletins on ALLDATA, and there was one for the steering shaft, intermediate shaft, which is the shaft between the steering column and the power steering rack. So I did, I lubricated it just with WD-40. In the technical service bulletin, it tells you to inject some grease into the splines for a knocking noise. We weren't really getting a knocking noise. So I don't really think that's it. I think it's the bearings in the little joints are starting to dry up, and you can't really service them. I did square everything down with WD-40 and worked it back and forth, went and drove it, and I think it helped it, but I'm not the best at duplicating it, so it's so random. Although a few times I could go around a cul-de-sac and kind of let my hand off the wheel as it centers itself back up going straight. You know, like you turn and you let go of the wheel will it'll center itself back up automatically. You could hear it. It'd go or like a just a quick vibration, and if I kept my hand on it, I'd go around, I'd make it do it, then I'd do it again with my hand, you know, clamped on the wheel. I could dampen it with the steering wheel, so I was stopping it as it was turning. So anyway, we went and got an intermediate shaft for it, and this is the shaft. It's made by Dorman. Let's see if I can. It's made by Dorman. So what I did was I shot these sealed bearings with WD-40 and tried to get it to work in there, which I don't know if it did or not. So this end attaches to the steering column up by where the steering wheel would be like right here, and then you got the steering shaft column, and then this hooks to that. This is your grommet at your firewall, and this is the shaft that connects down to the power steering rack in the engine compartment at the bottom of the firewall. Okay, so Toyota's fix was to like shoot some grease in these splines, but I really don't think that's what's going on. I think that was just to try to take up some slack here, maybe with a knocking, but we weren't really getting a knocking noise. So that part runs about $200, and we're gonna attempt to video this installation of it. I'm gonna do it here on the drive-on rack. It's about to start raining, and I don't want to put that charger out in the rain, and I don't want to listen to that. What you do want to do, though, before you take that shaft out, you want to make sure that you got your steering wheel secure. You don't want to turn it, because then you get your alignment out, and from where your center is. And you could also, if you turn it too much, you could break the clock spring, which is a coil of wires that feeds the airbag. So what we'll do, we'll take this fancy little steering wheel stopper from my alignment rack, I'll keep the steering wheel from flopping around. So what I have to do, climb in here, and I'll have to take it off there. Probably need to take that clamp off. That's where that plugs, goes through the firewall there. Then there's another shaft, just like I showed you on the shaft, down below, which I'll show you that too. So we get some tools rounded up, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we got us a 12 millimeter. I'll break this loose. Okay. And we're going to get a 10 millimeter on the boot clamp. Pretty good and loose, but I need to get a screwdriver and pop that out. Well, I need a better screwdriver. This is starting to loosen up. I think what I'll do is probably just doesn't work right here. There we go. There we go. All right, she's popped out. All right, so we'll lift it up. Lift the car up. Gets there up in the air so I can get to the bottom. And hopefully this won't take too long. We'll go on a little test drive and see if I can't eliminate this little vibration for them. It's been driving them crazy for about a year. lock in place. That's my lock system. I got a little bit of a leak from this ram. The cylinder got rebuilt a few years ago and has never been perfect. It's either that or I've got a fitting leaking or something. I can't really put my finger on it, but I hadn't tried real hard either. So there. Right there is the nut to the bottom of the shaft. You should just be able to take that off and then pull it out. I may have to just tap it out up off the steering rack. It's the shaft of the steering rack coming down here, so give that a whirl. See if I can't clamp it down here. That's a tight spot. Tight spots require air sometimes. I'm warning you, if you've got earbuds in, it's about to get loud. Turn your volume down. Get ready. Alright, we got that out. Oh, that slid right out. No problem. No problem. Alright. So now we'll lower it back down. We'll lower it back down now. Raise that up so I can get my lock unlocked. Oh, here comes the rain. I hear it on the roof. All right, we'll lower it back down. Down you go. All right. It wasn't too bad. Let's get the new shaft, get the old one out, get the new shaft, and we'll get that thing installed real quick here. Go for a test drive in the rain. I'd rather not drive it in the rain for a vibration type, because you could add lubrication sometimes or deaden sounds with rain. I'd rather have the exact same weather that I had before. I don't like test driving for noises in the rain, but it is what it is. I'll pop this thing out real quick. Sorry, I was leaving you on the dark. Here. All right, we'll slide this through the hole. And I think what we need to do is go back down below and get up down there first. I think that's the right thing to do. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, I'm just going to set this light down because my magnet came off of it. Hopefully you can see. I can't see very well. Maybe the camera picks up better than me. I'm going to slide the shaft back down. And it slides right over nice and easy. Put the bolt back in the new shaft. That's not how I had that one, is it? It doesn't matter, but I just want to make sure my bolt positioning is okay. I mean, it slid right on. Gotta get it tightened up good. Alright. You just don't have a lot of room to work. Hold your ears. Here comes the air tools. Dang head lifted up on me. It's good and tight. Good and tight, so we'll go up, lower this thing down again, and tighten it up from up top. Okay, we're back up top, and let's try to get this thing on. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I think it's got to be turned. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it back off at the bottom and clock it where I can get it on up here first. It doesn't matter where it goes at the bottom, but I believe it does up here. Just because of the way the bolt slot is. I don't know, let's give it a shot, but I think I might have to clock it. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's just not sliding off like the other one did, so I'm going to take it loose at the bottom. I'm not going to film it. So I got it slid back off downstairs there, and maybe my mistakes will help you in the future. believe she goes. Bam. Yeah. See, she slides right in like that. I gotta get a bolt in it. All right, I'm gonna leave it loose. I'm gonna go back down there. I'm gonna go back down and tighten it up back down there just to make sure I don't have to keep going back and forth. But I got it lined up and it's in place up here, so we're gonna try to put it back on down at the bottom. And well, hey, I'll bring it down there. Let's just see. Come on, take a ride. Maybe my little mistakes will help you if you're doing this job. May help you go through it faster. That's what these little how-to videos are for. Try to give you some information and help you along if you ever go through this repair. Little 04 Toyota Highlander intermediate shaft replacement. Here's the old one. We'll look at that again in a minute. Let me get set up down here. All right. Maybe you can see that better. I hope so. I hope so, guys and gals. All right. Bam. I knew I didn't have the angle right because I didn't have the same throw on my ratchet to tighten it up as I did taking it out. Watch your ears. All right. I wasn't trying to hammer down on it with that air wrench. The air ratchet's got some power. I just wanted to spin it. So I just come down here and snug it up. But I didn't want to over tighten it. I'm going to take one more little step. All right. Okay. Good to go. All right, let's get it back up at the top. The rain's coming down now. I'm sure you can hear it. All right, so we'll try to get this boot back in place here. It slid in a lot easier than it slid out. There's it all the way in. Yeah, that's good. I'm just gonna get the clamp back in place. This little tin mag. Here, little one's looking for me. Boots tight. One more. All right, good to go. And that's that. It's together. All right, so that job is complete. We've got the original. You can see how floppy those are. I mean, I did WD them, but I think maybe because they're so loose that may be causing the vibration. I don't know. I mean, there's grease in those splines. That's what Toyota's telling you to grease. I don't know. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it does. Maybe I'll go test drive it and we'll finish the video like that. Hey, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do me a favor and do that for me. Hit the like button. Turn on your bell notifications if you want to see more videos from me. I've got content all over the board, from working on cars to smoking barbecue. There'll be lots of stuff of that nature coming. We're working full-time out of this shop now and should be trying to make several videos a week, sometimes several videos a day. So if you want to see any more of this shop and any of the projects we have going on here, please check back. And the easiest way to do that is hit that bell notification after you've hit the subscribe button. Give me a like. We're trying to grow this channel, and I've been told, and I'm no pro at this YouTube thing, but I've been told that the more likes, the better the algorithms share your video. So if you can hit that like button for me when you watch this video, I really appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna go test drive this and see if I can get it to make that same vibration again. And I'll touch back and let you know how it turns out before I end this video. All right, stay tuned. Okay, back from the test drive on the Highlander, and I didn't feel anything. Didn't hear any vibrations, didn't feel any vibrations. I think the intermediate shaft fixed it, although it was pouring down rain. So I don't know if that is going to disguise what we're looking for, which I could seldom get it to do it anyway. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. We're going to give it back to them, and you know, I let them know before I did it that may or may not fix it, but we had to start somewhere, and the vibration was definitely felt like it was in the column when it did it. Could be possibly a clock spring. Maybe the wires are binding up in the clock spring, and then and maybe then catching up. You know, it's just the clock spring's a coil of wires behind the steering wheel and between the column and the steering wheel that allows the steering wheel to turn without breaking the wiring to the airbag and steering wheel controls if it has it. So that's possible. But they could be having some sort of a vibration from there, or a bearing actually in the upper part of the column itself. I don't know. I'm hoping it fixed it. If not, then we'll address it at a later date. I'm sitting here trying to get warm in front of my stove in the shop. And if you follow my videos, you'll notice that I started modifying this thing. So I punched some small holes in it. I've opened them up a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go bigger than that, but check back on the stove modification videos if you care about modifying wood burning stoves. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Check me back on the next one. If you like this video, go check out some of my others. Thanks again.